welcome back to Easy Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena, a show where we're taking all your stock-specific queries with our experts. And we still have Sharmila with us, and we're also joined by Ajit Mishra, who's the SVP Research at Religare Broking. Hi, Ajit. Very good morning to you. Now, let's get back to all the queries. Then let me come first to you. We have a query by Pankaj, who's writing in from Haryana. He has Federal Bank shares, 2,000 shares at a price of 208 rupees. He wants to know what's the short-term view here. What do you think is going to be the target that you would like to give us, say, for a period of next 6 months?
Hi, good morning. So, see, Federal Bank, if you compare it to the other banking, names, it has also witnessed a nominal profit taking in comparison to the others. Means after retesting its record highs in the month of July, we have seen the stock has retraced to around long-term averages and currently hovering around this 190-195 band. So short term, it might continue to consolidate, but from the medium term means 3 to 6 month kind of a time horizon. Once, let's say, we surpass this level of 200, then probably this recovery may come into the picture, and the stock might inch towards record highs again. So as of now, consolidation is more likely in the near future, with 180-85 being the lower band and 200 being the immediate hurdle. So if the view is less than 3 to 6 months, one can refrain from any fresh long position. Otherwise, you can stay put.
So that's the view on Federal Bank on the technicals. But let's move on to the next question. This is coming from Krish. He says to be longer for Garden Reach, or for that matter, any defense name. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Radha Krishna from Bangalore. He says he has 4,000 shares of IRIDA at a buying price of 262 rupees. He wants your advice on IRIDA and also Canara Bank that he's been holding. He's bought it at a buying price of 117. What would be your advice, Ajit, on IRIDA and Canara Bank, say, for the next 1 year?
See, the challenging part is that we bought it, at very high levels. IRIDA at 260 is currently quoting at 144. The downside seems capped now after this sharp correction from the record highs. But the recovery is also going to be very gradual. There's no sign of reversal yet. So maybe we might see some formation or consolidation, in the coming weeks, and then probably we can see a rebound attempt. First hurdle could be close to around 160, and then 170 will be the major resistance for the stock. So for, let's say, a longer time horizon, now 130 is a strong base, so that should be stop loss. And until we, decisively break above 170 mark, one should refrain from any fresh positions in case if somebody is planning. Canara Bank, on the other hand, we are seeing that the PSU pack, after attempt of recovery, again, we are seeing majority of the stocks are fizzling out. And Canara Bank is also struggling around medium-term moving average. So a break below 104 might result in further decline towards, let's say, 100 to 95 zone. So he should maintain a strict stop at 100 in case if he is planning for a short to medium term. In case of recovery also, I doubt that we can see any meaningful move until we break 180. So broadly, this range 100 to 120 is something that stock might continue to hover in next 2-3 months.
All right, so that's the view on IRIDA and Canara Bank. But moving on, we'll just be back sector. But moving on, let's shift focus to the telecom sector. Then we have a query coming on Indus Towers. The viewer Srinivasa Rao is writing from Hyderabad. He has 500 shares of Indus Towers at a price of 410 rupees. He wants to know whether he should continue to hold or sell or average out at this level. Of course, he's sitting with a bit of a loss at this point. The stock is trading at that 340 level as we speak. And, in just the past month, it has seen a decline of nearly 11.5%. Ajit, let me come to you. What do you see on the charts for Indus Towers? Of course, we have had the news flow coming in, with respect to Vodafone Idea and Indus Tower. But then on the charts, how is it looking? Do you think there's going to be some upside from here on?
So at least some stability is there. Means we are again approaching the previous swing lows area around the 330 zone, from where last time the stock witnessed a rebound. So probably around that area, we might again see a breather, followed by a potential attempt of recovery also. But upside is going to be capped because 355, 365 means every 15-20 points uptick, the stock is going to face resistance. So in the near future, it's likely to consolidate in this range. So if the view is short term, I would recommend utilizing any opportunity in this range of 365, 370 zone to exit your longs and take the losses.
So exit call coming in and perhaps take the losses on Indus Towers. But let's move on to the next question. This is Venkat Ramani who's writing in from Bangalore. He says he has HAL. He wants to buy HAL. Is it a good time to get into HAL? The holding period is 15 months. Ajit, let me come to you for this one. For the entry price for HAL, firstly, 15 months period for an HAL, is that enough? And what is the right entry level firstly? And tell us the time frame, the right time frame perhaps that could see an upside for HAL.
Right. So, in fact, Ankita, we were seeing that from the record highs, majority of these stocks, they have corrected roughly in the range of 15 to 25% on the lower side. And HAL is among the top performing names. BEL and HAL, they are among the top performing names throughout this uptick or down phase as well. So now we are seeing stability around the long-term averages in HAL after this dip from 5200 to 4400 zone. So I feel it's a good time to start accumulating in a staggered manner. One should not, jump into a trade. At least 50% can be bought at current area, and then in case if we see any further dip towards, let's say 4,000 zone, then he can add more. For any momentum, we need a close above 4,600 mark. Then we can see next leg of up move, which could help the stock to inch towards previous swing high, that is 5,200 mark, and then maybe a new record high as well. So accumulation is the key, means you can buy 50% current levels and wait for further dips to add more.
Accumulation is the key for HAL, but moving on to the next counter, Sharmila, let me come to you for this one. Ravinder, my colleague, was just talking about what the Nuvama note says. It's a buy call on the paints, like Asian Paints, Berger Paints, and of course, all the negatives has already been priced into Asian Paints especially. So a whole call coming in there, but let's move on to the next query that's coming in from Chandrasekharan, who's writing in from Chennai. He says he has MTAR Tech, 50 shares at an average buying price of 2,640 rupees. He wants to know if he can average in at current levels or wait for further correction, or he wants to hold it for the next 1 year. Ajit, MTAR Tech, for the next 1 year, is it a good bet? Can he average in? What should he be doing with this counter?
So see, there is no sign of reversal yet, though the stock made an attempt of recovery of late, but it couldn't sustain above the key hurdle of multiple moving averages placed around the 1750, 1800 mark. And again, we are seeing that stock is gradually drifting lower. Though the price action is not in sync with the volumes, means we are seeing marginal dip in the volumes also during the decline. So it seems like consolidation is more likely. So for adding more, he should wait for a close above 1700 mark. Then he'll have a confirmation that yes, the trend has reversed. And since he has bought it at very high levels, then it would make sense that at least his waiting time would reduce. On downside, if let's say if we close below 1400 mark, then probably 1200 is also something that it might retest. So as of now, you can stay put, but avoid any adding to your existing loans.
On MTAR Tech, but on that note, we'll take a very short break. Be right back with more news and updates coming up on the other side. Welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena, a show where we're taking all your stock-specific queries. So let's get back to all the queries then. Now, this one is coming on TCS. This viewer, Murli M, is writing from Bangalore. He's bought 100 shares of TCS at a price of 3,045 rupees. He wants to know the outlook for this stock for the next 3 to 6 months, and also about Shriram Finance, which he has 100 shares. He hasn't mentioned the buying price for Shriram Finance, but he's looking at a timeline of 6 months. So TCS and Shriram Finance, Ajit, what's the outlook there?
Yes, we are seeing a bit of a rebound or recovery in some of these heavyweights like TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech. In fact, TCS from the last swing lows close around 3,000 levels, so we have seen a decent rebound. But as we all know that the uncertainty is still around, when it comes to the US economy outlook, and we are largely focusing on that for clues. So after this rebound, sustainability is the key. Means we should cross 3,200 mark, and then probably we can see, let's say, 3,400, 3,500 in next 3 to 6 months. So as of now, my recommendation would be to stay put with 3,000 being the closing stop loss, and 3,400, 3,500 as a positional target in next 2 to 3 months. Shriram Finance, on the other hand, looks weak to me. Means it was among the top performing names within the NBFC basket, but of late, we are seeing the stock has been gradually inching lower. after the field attempt to break out around the record highs area. And probably 530-35 is something that we might test in the near future. So roughly around 5 to 7% decline is something that the stock might experience in next 1 week or so. So it's good, to exit at current levels and wait for any kind of consolidation or sign of recovery to re-enter again.
All right, that was the last stock query for the day. Ajit and Sharmila, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us and answering all our stock-specific questions. We'll let you go on that note. But let's go across at Mumbai's iconic Girgaon Raja, the world's biggest modak. Wishing all the viewers a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi. We'll be celebrating it over the next few days. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Buy and Sell Now. We'll take your leave. Thank you so much for tuning in.